Hey everybody, it's Karen from Happiness is Homemade. Hope you all are having a great week. I have been really busy making a whole bunch of these little bunnies. They're so easy to make, and I thought you guys would enjoy making them too. So grab your hook and some yarn and follow along. Okay, to start this project, you will need some yarn. The yarn I'm going to be using is from Craft Smart, and its color is pastels. And I will be also using this Fun Fur. It's by Lion Brand, and it is called Tropical. Also need a crochet hook. Just follow the package on your yarn. Mine calls for a 5.5, but because I'm using the Fun Fur, I went up a crochet hook size, which is 6.0. Okay, you also need scissors and a yarn needle. And if you want to be precise, tape measure. You'll also need some stitch markers and some ribbon. Also, you will need some fluff. I am using fiber clusters, and you'll need this for the head and the body. Okay, so this bunny is really easy. I'll show you how I do it. First, what I do is I'll show you how I hold the Fun Fur with the yarn. Go ahead and make a slip knot. There you go. And what we are going to essentially do is make a chain and single crochet into the foundation chain and make a square. So you can do this as little as you want. You can do it as big as you want. It's basically the same for all of them. Like, as you can see, here's like a small one I did for like a little baby, because I wanted to use up all the Fun Fur that I had. So I made a little one too. So I made all these little babies. They're so cute. So to make the larger ones, what I did is I started with a chain of 21. So we'll go ahead and make that chain of 21. 20 and 21. Okay. Now what we are going to do is, this right here is our turning chain. So second from the hook, we're just going to single crochet into the foundation chain like this. Yarn over and pull through. That's a single crochet. Now go ahead and continue to make a single crochet down your foundation chain, and I will meet you right before the end. Okay, now I'm at the last couple of stitches here on my chain, and I'll show you what I do. So go ahead and continue on with your single crochet. Okay, now we're at the last chain. Go ahead and single crochet into it, pull through, and now we're going to chain one. Turn your work. Continue to single crochet into your work. Okay, now I'm at the last couple, and I will show you what I do. Just continue the single crochet Go crochet. And when you get to each of their ends, make sure you go ahead and chain one and turn your work. That way it'll be an even square. And what I do is usually whenever I'm doing a project, I'm sitting in front of the TV, not really paying attention the best. And this is a perfect project for that at this point. What you want to do is go ahead and measure the width of it. Okay. So it's almost at 6. I would say 6. Okay. And now go ahead and just keep that out like this and continue your single crochet across your work until you reach the length here that you have the width of your foundation border. Just keep on working, and then that way you'll have a perfect square. So I'll meet you back for when I have my square finished. Okay, so I'm at the last couple of stitches on this row, so I'll just go ahead and finish this row off. Okay, and you can check your work. Really easy. Just go ahead and measure. Looks pretty good to me. Perfect square. So, since we have enough rows, and it's the square that we want, we're gonna go ahead and fasten off. Just give it a good pull. Okay. There we go. So now we will need some stitch markers. Okay, now that I have it fastened off on this side, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to need those stitch markers. If you don't have stitch markers, that's okay. You can use like just a piece of thread if you want to. I'll show you how to do it. Just go ahead and we're going to try and find the middle. So fold our two ends together like this. And then you're going to see a line like right here. Okay. So just right up at the top, put your hook through. If you don't have a stitch marker, this is what you can do. Go ahead and pull some of your yarn through. There you go. So there's our first mark we want to make, or a piece of yarn. Again, fold it in half this way. There you go. Now you have it marked. And what I like to do is just, because I have this little fun fur, can't see the stitches so well, so I just kind of move it over. I also just have like a really, really soft nail brush that you can use. Okay. Now what we're going to do is take some yarn, and the fun for separated a little bit. We're going to go ahead and thread our needle. Okay, and just working in this little row right here, we're just going to weave the needle in and out, just real simply. Okay, now turn it. Don't pull it too tight, just put the string in, your yarn through, just a little bit. Okay. And then now what you're gonna do is from this point, you're gonna make like a triangle up to here. And then what we're gonna do is from this point, we're gonna go all the way down to where we have our starting point. Because when we pull the two threads together, the yarn together, this is gonna be the face, and these will be the ears, and then this is gonna be the body. Another way you could do this too is you just kind of fold this in half. You can kind of see exactly where you need to go. So again, just simply weave it, nothing too crazy. Just some real loose stitches, because we're gonna pull this all together. And that way too, if you don't like where your stitching is going, you can just pull it out. Start again. Okay. Now we're gonna come down on this side here. So just kind of fold it in half. Kind of see where we're gonna go right here. But I think you get the idea. Okay, so now we have basically a triangle in our square. Okay, so again, we're gonna pull these. It's gonna pop out a little bit. We're gonna stuff it with fluff, and then we will fold these pieces over. So at the back, put more fluff in. Okay, now I'm going to still have my needle threaded here. Now what you're gonna do is just simply start to pull these gently, because it will snap. I had it happen a couple of times. And you can, it doesn't look like anything at first, but trust me, it will look so cute. Okay, so now you're going to put a little bit of fluff right here in the face. See how it is out like this? These are going to be the ears. This is the body. Just keep working with it. Try not to snap. I'm like, please don't snap on me. Okay, so now you can kind of see how the fluff has made it a little bit poofier right here. Okay. I like where it is, so I'm going to go ahead and tie a knot here. Make another knot. There we go. I'm going to take this little piece of yarn, thread it on my needle, and you can just sew up this little, if you don't like how open it is, sew up the little head a little bit better. There you go. I know it doesn't look like anything yet, but we will make it look adorable. Okay, take the longer piece of thread. Now what we're going to do is sew up the back here. So take your two pieces. So here's the head, two little ears, okay? And we're going to sew up the back right here. And you can take out your stitch marker there. We're done. Now, I usually leave this one here, the one that I started sewing, because if I wanted to fill any more, I have like a little hole here where I can fill it, but the fun fur kind of covers up that little spot, so I can take this. So go ahead and just keep on sewing up the little back of him or her. Your bunny. Okay, just keep on going down here and I'll meet you at the tail. Okay, now I'm at the last couple stitches. So again, just go ahead and pull through. There you go. Okay. And I'm going to show you how we can kind of cover this up where you're not going to even be able to tell where it is. Okay, so go ahead and stuff the body of your bunny. Now you could add like a rattle to this and it'd be like a little rattler toy for a young child or a cat or something if you wanted to. Or even a dog. I don't know, my dog would have this bunny apart in no time. There are some dogs that are more gentle than others. Then I just kind of make sure that I like the way that it's kind of sitting. If I add too much. Okay, now what we're gonna do is sew up this part. And again, we're just gonna weave in and out like this. now I reached the end of it. And what we are going to do is just go ahead and be careful. Not to snap, and then we're going to secure it with a couple of stitches. See how it closed up really good. Okay, and now I'm just gonna go in, up, and I'm gonna leave this string here, right here, because I'll show you how I will attach the tail. Okay, so if you've seen my other videos, I bought the Clover pom-pom maker, so that's just what I'm going to be using for the tail. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this all up and then I'll meet you back here. Okay, I got it filled up how I like it, so I'll just go ahead and cut it. Okay. Piece of string. Just go around a couple times with a knot. Worst thing that could happen is your poor little bunny could lose its little bunny tail. Okay. Just cut your extras. And I am going to make a video on how to make a pom-pom with just your fingers, because I made those smaller little bunnies, and even the smallest Clover one is still way too big. So I had to figure it out a different way. Okay, now what I do is I kind of make it a little bit puffy. So I take that little like brush while holding it, just kind of work your starts looking so puffy. Now if you like it the other way where it's just kind of the regular pom-pom, that is totally fine. It's up to you. Now, I tried to make a pom-pom with the fun fur and the yarn, and it was adorable, but every time you touched it, the fun fur would come off. So now if you're making this for like a decoration or something, then just go for it. There we go. Now I am able to cut my little end. Take it and thread it through. And remember, I left the string on here where I sewed up his little butt, his back of his body. And attach it on. I just go through a couple times here. Okay, what I do is just make a couple stitches in the back so I know it won't come out. And what I usually do is there you go. Now we can look at our head, see how we want to do it. We add a little bit more fluff to his little face here. And then I like to hold the little bunny ears together like this. Take that little thread that you had here. If not, just take another piece of yarn, it's fine. Just pulls the ears together a little bit. Unless you like floppy, the ears to be a little bit more floppier, then that's fine too. Okay. All right. Now I'll show you how to do the face. Okay, so now I'll show you how I put the face on the bunny. Now, you can do it however you feel comfortable doing it. There's safety eyes out there, there's googly eyes, there's a whole bunch of different things you could do. I also have buttons too. You could put this on the nose, for the nose. That would be adorable. Or for the little baby ones that I made, little baby ones, I just took some little puffy paint or a little fabric paint, and it just did two little dots. And then I took just a little bit of different colored yarn, did the little nose, and then tied a bow around its little neck. And then I'll make a separate video to show you how I made the little pom-pom tail, because this is the smallest clover pom-pom. So as you can see, I was like, that's not gonna work out. I need something smaller. So little babies, because I like using scraps up and stuff like that. So I mean, this is like, this will even fit in like an Easter egg. So cute and so little, and there's no like little pieces to it. It's just a little bunny. So cute. So you could do that if you wanted to. Add the buttons or safety eyes, or even glue on some googly eyes if you want to. That would be adorable too. I'll show you how I do it. First, I just cut like a little bit of the fur around the face. Make sure you're not cutting the yarn, just the fur. Again, you can use this. I got this at the dollar store. I've used it so much with this fun fur. It's not even funny. fun for funny. It came with two little brushes, the little nail brush. So it's been awesome. And you can cut it as long or as short as you want. This is just how I'm doing it. Just give it a good trim. And when you brush it, it kind of moves it away a little bit. And where we stitched them up in the back, again, I just take this and I just kind of just move the front fur around. Okay, so I'm going to use a different color yarn for this. It's just like this really pretty hot pink. Okay, and just try and find the center. I would say it's like right here. And I'm going to make like a heart. Now this is way more yarn than I'll need, but I always get paranoid. Okay. We're gonna hide this little guy in between our stitches that we're gonna make. So I'm making the first part of the heart of the nose. You can make like a round nose, triangle, however you want. I just think it looks like extra cute, being like this kind of cute little heart. I'll just take it and insert it in the same spot. Come out the other way. Try not to pull the yarn off your hook or needle like I did. Like the stopping point where I like the nose. So I'm just gonna snip off this little piece. And make this little knot. See how it looks kind of like a little heart? I'll press it through the back of the bunny. There you go. Now you can do like more weaving if you want to and everything, but I don't think it's that necessary. With black, I'm going to show you how I make the little eyes. Okay, so now I have my black yarn for the eyes. Okay, so now here's our little nose. So I'm thinking an eye here and an eye here. Again, I mean, even with these big guys, you could put just like a little bit of puffy paint there and a little bit of puffy paint there. And then I just had like a basket and I just sat it up like this for these little bitty bunnies. I think it actually came out really cute. The little, I don't know if you can see it that well. There you go. See? So cute. I love the babies. Okay, so again, looks pretty even to me. So I'm just gonna go right up for this little like yellow spot. Okay. So I think that's cute. See these little. Make sure you're not cutting into your other yarn. Okay, now I'm gonna see where I want to, and keep it attached. I just keep it attached because it's just so much easier than doing it again. So I'm thinking right here is another spot. So I just threaded it through. Just go ahead and try to make it as even as possible. See? The other thing about the fun fur is that I always get some just a little messed up. Okay, so now I like how that looks. So I'm just gonna go through it. Starts to get caught in there. Okay, so I just sewed and fixed this eye up a little bit and pulled the thread through here, the yarn. I'm sorry, I keep calling it thread. And cut it. There you go. So now you have a cute little bunny face. And that's how I made the face. Okay, so the next part is going to be like the little ribbon. Oh, I just picked this one. I just thought it matched it like perfectly. Now you can use one that has like a different one. Like for this one, I put like a little purple one. I mean, you can even use a different piece of colored yarn if you want to. Or the same, whatever you want to do. You don't even have to do this part. Okay. Make sure you seal your ends. And we are just going to tie a little bow. Okay, now you can keep it long if you wanted to, shorten it up a little bit. You can even add like a little bow right here if you want to. But there is our little bunny. Okay. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed making this as much as I do and still do. I'm going to make a whole bunch. I got some different ideas what to do with this little fun fur. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and keep an eye out for my next video. I'll be making some pom-poms, and hopefully that can help you out. If you're like me, I was without the little clover pom-pom maker, so hope it helps you guys. Anyway, have a great week. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.